It's Friday. It's time for another truck news recap. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. New to the channel, welcome. Returning viewer, welcome back. Every week I try to put together a collection of stories and then make a full video out of them. And I thought, let's do truck news. Let's capture what you might have missed, what I saw. Let's hop into it because this week we have GM has ordered the court over the 8-speed transmission issues they had for the prior 2015 to 2019 model year. Looks like a class action lawsuits moving forward. Ford amps up the power on the Ranger Raptor and Bronco Raptor. Pretty impressive power increases. This Kia dealership, and I kind of smile at this because Kia dealership got a spammer trying to buy a vehicle with a deceased person's ID. Not only did they catch him, not only did they hold him up for the police to get there, they did a TikTok on it. It's really kind of funny. About I think it was like 6 million views in this TikTok. This spammer being arrested, and then we have more of what's going on this week in truck world. So let's go ahead and get to the story. It's going to be at Autoblog. Just got broke this morning. Breaking news from Reuters saying that the GM must face class action lawsuit over 800,000 faulty transmissions. Yeah, this is the one for. I'm going to change my screen. If you're listening to the podcast, hold on a second. Just move my screen around. But General Motors was ordered by a federal appeal court to face a clashing lawsuit claiming it violated laws of 26 states by knowingly selling several 100,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs with faulty transmission. This is the 8L45 and 8L90 8-speed automatic transmissions sold in 2015 2019 model year. We found those in Chevrolet Silverados, GMC Sierras, and a variety of other vehicles. 800,000 vehicles are potentially in play here. Dealer drivers said the vehicles shudder and shake at higher speeds, hesitate and lurch in lower gears, even after repair attempts. They also accused GM of telling dealers to provide assurance that hard shifts were, quote, normal. GM did not respond to the comments, as they never respond to comments on this stuff. So we're looking at 800,000 vehicles, including 514,000. That includes 514,000 of certified cases. So big news there. I've been covering the 8-speed transmission for years. It wasn't very good. It really wasn't. And so I think the Colorado and Canyon had that for a little while as well. And they have next generation of the 8-speed now that seems like it's doing better. But that 8-speed from those model years, I've heard it from customers for years. Lots of problems. All right, over on pickuptrucktalk.com, we have some stories in the top. I won't go through all these things, but we have the Ford Lincoln recall. Power windows may pinch. The Ford EV strategy changed. It doesn't change there. VW ID bike pricing and range was announced. The thing is going to be like 60, 70,000, but I think they can sell a lot of them because it's just a cool factor of the ID buzz. The nostalgia ID or VW bus people are going to be like, I want that. We have the Bronco Sport refresh, 5 things to know. Biggest thing with Sasquatch gets added to more packages. And then we have the more power. Ford Ranger and Raptor and Bronco Raptor get a power boost. So on this, when you scroll down the story, you can see that the Ford Ranger Raptor torque is increased from 430 foot-pounds to 536 foot-pounds of torque. Horsepower has risen from 405 to 455. So 50 more horsepower and 106 more pound-feet of torque. The Bronco Raptor sees the torque increase from 440 to 536 and horsepower climbing from 418 to 455. How is this possible? Small displacement turbocharged engines are easier to tune, I should say, than a V8. So you just software calibration. So you can buy this calibration at your local Ford dealer for $825. You also can purchase with your Ford Pass rewards points. So if you want to go even faster, and who doesn't in a Bronco Raptor and a Ranger Raptor, now you can for a little bit more coin. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a decrease in fuel economy, but you also get a 20% discount on the calibration tool and other eligible accessories if you register and attend the Raptor Rally School, the one in Fairfield, Utah. They're kind of putting it together. Now, this is the funny story I talked when I launched this video. Dealership catches on a scammer, plays along until cops arrest him. So this video, I'm sorry you can't see it if you're listening to the podcast, but the video shows this man being arrested by 2 police officers. And I'm not going to play the TikTok because I don't want to get any infringement stuff like that as far as copyright. But basically what happens here is this guy walks in. He's got a fake ID that's from a deceased person. Dealership catches on. So what they do, and this is the remarkable part of the story, is they bring him in and they shake his hand. And they go, "Hi, how you doing?" They do a hearty handshake, take a photo. They have 2 Kias. He had bought like $150,000 worth of cars. He had 2 different Kias he was trying to buy. Some, I guess, really high-end Kias. And they take a photo with him, hearty handshake, get him inside, start doing the paperwork, whatever, and they start filming it as like a TikTok video as far as a celebration of this customer is buying 2 Kias. They keep talking to the guy. Police show up, check the ID, see that he's trying to buy cars with expired license, trying to commit fraud. They arrest him. They capture that on camera as well, and like, hey, crime doesn't pay. So I think it's a great story. Why not use that story? I mean, why not do that? That's a great thing the dealership did. I thought it was hilarious. So, other news as far as fun things, Decked has this new DCO Kegger, Deco Kegger for truck owning party animals. Yes, they really did make a decked authorized storage bin that holds a keg of beer. Yeah, it's your ultimate. They call it the ultimate tailgating. So, limited edition Deco Kegger, pinnacle of all new Deco storage. This is the case selection in life of any party. These are those cases you can literally drive over them; they won't crack. The Deco storage case collection is next generation of original decked storage box lines. More things. So basically, it's $399. I'm gonna build 100 of these. You need CO2, bag of ice, and bring your own beer. And the quote from the decked VP of Dumb Product Marketing, Greg Randolph. It's funny. I can't tell if this is April Fool's or not, but it seems like it's legit. I got an email on it. He says, "What problem does a kegger solve?" Well, most of them. It pours cold beer right from your tailgate, so you can stay hydrated while you get after it. Kegger, or Deco Kegger, if you're not into the whole brevity thing, is the most over-engineered jockey box on the market. Must-have covet item for football tailgating season 2024. Even the man that has everything does not have this. Drops in your drawer, pops right out, and connects to a sweet cold beer at a moment's notice. Pour, party, and repeat. And I have images. Look at these images. So let me make sure it's showing on the screen. But yeah, there's images here. It's a box with a tap on it. Has a little deck thing where you pull the tap, and you can see this guy is getting a cold beer from his decked storage bin. It looks pretty nice and looks like a bourgeois kind of thing or boutique thing, whatever. Jill tells me I have to say that word. CO2 there hooked up, and so yeah, so you have this situation where you can bring your keg, thing of CO2 of ice, and a bag of ice, or CO2 and a bag of ice, and there you go. There's your party. And I think there's a photo that shows inside of it as I'm kind of scrolling through these photos. I'm kind of let's see. Oh, there's the yeah. So that inside the unit, you can see where the CO2 goes around, keeps things cold, and you just hook it all together. So if you need the tailgating and you want to do it in deck style, the kegger from the VP of Dumb Product Marketing, Greg Randolph, says this is the one to get. So other news going on this week on our YouTube channel, we had some stuff going live. I'm going to start from the end of the news recap and go across. I did the Expel trip where I tried to put on Expel coating, and I talked about Expel and I talked about ceramic coating. It's pretty interesting. The new growth in Expel is targeted at the truck market because trucks have gotten really expensive. So if you get like a tungsten or a Denali Ultimate, you may want to protect that more than you would say a work truck or work trim, whatever. And so we're seeing customers who are putting more investment in this to keep your truck looking better for a longer period of time. Next, we have what I thought was hilarious, and hope you guys did too. I asked ChatGPT, which is AI, which is artificial intelligence, to roast full-size trucks, and it's pretty hilarious. I had a big joke about that and big laugh about that. So if you haven't seen the video, got some time to kill, and just want to hear what AI thinks of Ford trucks and Chevy trucks, whatever. It is a very funny video. Next, we have talked about the bump stops situation in the Toyota Tacoma. So there was an issue with Icon, their video. I actually reached out to Bilstein about it, reached out to Toyota about it, and have details for you why there's no bump stops, but there are bump stops, which is a confusing thing for people, and what's going on with that new design. It turns out that the shock that Bilstein put on there is not new. And people have been doing internal bumps on shocks for years now, things that I didn't know, and here I am sharing with you guys. So a really interesting situation there with the new design of Tacoma. We have a couple, I think I have last count of like 2 or 3 trucks that have the shocks pop out or something. And so it looks like we have a bad part to me, but I'll let you guys weigh in. Is it engineering fail or supplier fail on the part? So interesting stuff there. And then next we have some Land Cruiser. I had the 1958 Land Cruiser this week. I did 5 good things and 5 bad things about it. And I found some really interesting things I didn't like about it. And I was really surprised. It's a cool rig. I drove around all week this week, and I liked it a lot. But man, it was like small details that I just found throughout the week. There is a towing video that I'm working on. I'm waiting for feedback from Toyota. Sent some emails, some questions, because there's some things that didn't go right with that towing video, and I'm going to have to show that. because it's also a very interesting video. There you go. That's this week's truck news recap. Make sure you check us out on the web at pickuptrucktalk.com. Also the forum. Check out the videos over here. Website down below as well. Like I said, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.